Let's start that over. My mic was off. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this weekly forecast. Hopefully, you cannot see. My feet are ashy. They're under this table. Let me turn this down some. So, I want to jump right in with starting you guys off with some breath work because two of my kids are up. The loudest one is my son. You might hear him in the background. Ooh, he's playing his games in the room with his Pikachu from Pokemon. So, he might be a little bit in and out of sound, breathing, healing thing here, but let's just do it. That's the whole point. You're not always going to have silence and peace and quiet and need to be able to still your mind. So you're going to get some practice today. Well, at least I am, because I can hear him loud and clear. And I've been having to do that anyway, as a mom anyway. For those that are new to my channel, this is Soul Transforming Energy. I am Amina Hextall, the CEO and creator of STEAM, Soul Transforming Energy and Movement. I'm the light worker's light worker. I'm an intuitive guide. I am a professional West African dancer and teacher. And I am a master certified spiritual life coach. So I'm here in service to humanity to help those of you out there who feel like you have callings in this world to spread your light in some way, but feel hindered. A lot of times what we just need is to clear out the old junk and do some mindset and energy shifting. And that's where I come in. All right. So welcome. If you're new here, please remember to subscribe. That helps us to continue to thrive here, and it inspires me to keep going. Also, like this video. You might as well like it now as soon as you click on, because you know you're about to get some soul transforming energy. So already give it a like. And please comment. I love comments. Even if I don't see them right off in real time, I do see them later, and I always respond. Some of y'all don't come back to check your answers. Come back and look. I do respond, okay? So with that said, I want you to get comfortable. I don't care how you sit, as long as you are comfortable. What we're going to do today is we're going to connect to our ancestors and just sit in some gratitude for just a few minutes, just giving thanks and appreciation for making it through any struggles, hard times, or things you went through this year that required you to be perseverant, to persevere and to be resilient. And we're just going to sit in some gratitude, give thanks, breathe. I have some things sitting on my table. They all have ancestral connections to them. So very quickly, because I wasn't going to break them down, but I should, as I sage, that would be a good idea. So I have this cat here, this kitten, this Siamese cat with a green, I guess, crystal eyes. I'm assuming it's just fake crystal, but this was my grandmommy's, which was my father's mom. And I remember I always would see it and thought it was so amazing, like this cat with these emerald green eyes. And when she passed away, when we got to her home, as y'all know, a lot of estranged family can do, people that hadn't even been around like that had already ransacked her house, took all the things of value. Yeah, there was barely anything there. But the things I wanted, people didn't value. And I knew that I would find them. And I took like some of her funky shades. And this was I was so happy to get my hands on it. So that belonged to my father's mother. I have this here, was brought back from, yikes, y'all, Ghana or Nigeria? I believe Ghana. One of my friends brought this back for me. So this represents my ancestors as well. Ancient ancestors. I also have a stone here. This is a lava stone from Gorée Island, Senegal, where my ancestors have passed through, definitely. This is my European ancestors. This is a piece of the Colosseum from Rome, Italy. Big story behind that experience. Oh my God. And this is, oh shoot. One of my mother's neighbor, a longtime neighbor of my mom's, brought this back from Egypt. I forgot what you call these. Oh my God, man. I want to beat myself up because I literally had a past lifetime wake up just from seeing this, looking at this thing, and learned something really deep about a past lifetime experience that I had just off of that symbol there. So that literally came from Egypt. So got all my ancestor energy here, and let's just do some breath work. Let's just breathe in, breathe out. Just listen to my voice, and I'll guide you through just a little breath work exercise to get us grounded. All right. I haven't decided if I want to use the drums or not, but close your eyes. Well, before you close your eyes, if you want to use a hand mudra, I would say this one for support, feeling supported, because right now that's what we're doing, connecting to our ancestral guides, that root chakra at the base of your spine and in your pelvis, and remembering that we are supported and acknowledging that we are supported and we're not alone. Okay. Or if you're feeling like issues with communication and clarity, you might want to do this hand mudra. Lock your thumbs, left hand in front of the right, and right between the throat chakra and your heart chakra is where you place them. Okay. And you're just breathing in and out, focusing on that throat chakra, opening it up, freeing it so that you can express yourself from a place of love and compassion. So close your eyes. Now that you got your mudra. Okay. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time and breathe in. As you're breathing in this time, visualize yourself connecting to the earth by roots and breathe out. See these roots stretching deep, deep, deep down into Mama Earth, reaching to the core and breathe in. Feel these roots connecting to the core, the heart center of the earth, and breathe out. Just relax in this connection, this feeling of being connected to the earth, and breathe in. Feel yourself filling up with light and love as it travels up those roots, and breathe out. Feel that light energy coming up the roots, reaching your feet, and breathe in. Feel this light as it comes up your legs, up your spine, and breathe out. And allow this light to continue up to the top of your head, to your crown, and breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in, just filling up with this light and loving energy from Mama Earth. And breathe out. Again, breathe in. Feel the glow up. Now feel your aura shift brighter and breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. I want you to breathe naturally, finding your own rhythm in sync with the heartbeat of the universe. Just breathe and sit in that glow of the energy from the earth coming up through those roots that you planted deep into the earth. And this energy coming all the way up to the top of your head. breathe. Breathe in gratitude. Exhale out worries, stress. And as you're breathing, I want you to visualize your ancestral team all around you. Whoever, whatever you consider to be your ancestors, your guides. Feel their energy, their light all around you. If you visualize them as they were in the flesh, you can do that. You may have ancestors present you've never seen before. Just relish in this energy for a minute. This energy of knowing you're supported. Give thanks. Give thanks out loud. Give thanks inside your mind. Give thanks inside your heart. Sit in the energy of gratitude. How does it feel to feel grateful, to feel thankful, to feel complete, to feel an appreciation without desiring and wanting more, to just feel good, supported, loved, cared for, to just have a knowing that everything's going to be okay, to just have this knowing that your ancestors are guiding you, and no matter which way you go, you are always on the right path. What we do here at Soul Transforming Energy is we make sure we stay in alignment with what we want to call in, so that as we journey along this path, we are attracting in the lessons and the blessings necessary for us to grow and to glow. So give thanks, even if there's a struggle right now, even if things seem hard right now, and know that this too shall pass, that your ancestral guides are at work right now so that you can have a breakthrough from this lesson. Cycle completion, which I feel occurred last week for most of the collective, and just breathe in this gratitude for getting through and making it into the next phase of your life. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. And breathe in. Letting go of any worries, any stresses, and breathe out. Feeling safe and secure. And breathe in. Feeling that strong connection to the earth. And breathe out. And breathe in one more time, filling up your lungs with new air, fresh air, new energy. And breathe out, letting go of anything that no longer serves a purpose in your body, in your energy field, in your aura. You're letting it all go. Okay. Ooh, you want to chime one more time? You can open your eyes. You can stretch. If you feel like you've been sitting in a position that requires you to stretch, I'm going to move my bowls over and we're going to get to this weekly forecast. Okay. Move over my cats. So we're here with you. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, this mic is dragging my shirt down. All right. So I have a pretty in-depth messages here. Look at this. Like, just why? They said why? Because you ain't grooming your locks. You're just stuffing them up in squeegees and head wraps. So anyway, I had to put on my glasses because it's time to look at these cards. We done got messages from trees coming in. That means Mama Nature, the energy of earth and nature are reaching out. Why did that song pop in my head? I swear, the Mario song, calling for you came in my head. So maybe that's just the energy of the planet at this time, is like, take care of self, because I was drawn to some self-care cards, which you're also going to get some wisdom in regards to that. And oh my God, so many cards were jumping out, y'all. Y'all got so many messages coming through. I don't know whether to do it as a collective or pick a pals. I don't know what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to go with the flow. Peace and light, Lay. I put my glasses on, right? I said, I can't see the other name. Well, blessings to everybody. If you're here live, what's good? Okay. So what we're going to do first, I don't know what to do. I got star seed cards here. Like, all the guides were like, December must be really important because we're headed into December, as y'all know. It must be so important because so many different guides wanted to come and add their 2 cents to this session. So many of you here must have something, many of us here must have something very important that's going to take place or that we're supposed to do in December. And the beginning of December must be very important to start that momentum. So let me see what is calling me first. All right, let me get a feel of things. I even have the first Oracle deck I ever made. The first one, Grand Rising. So I'm going to start with that. Let's start at the very beginning. First Oracle deck I ever made, and it's just words. I didn't draw on them. I think I saw a YouTube channel and the girl had did the same thing. And I was like, ooh, I want to do that. Not flipping over the table though. Okay. So let me just get some messages for the collective deck. These feel so flimsy and old. Let's get some messages for the collective, and then I can see where to start this session. Because this deck here also has chakra cards. It has colors. It has the ancestors. So I even got cards here for like ancestral energy. It's so many guides that want to come through for you guys today, for you guides. Maybe some of you here are meant to be intuitive guides or coaches or life coaches or something, because I called you guys guides. That's interesting. Unless some of you are guides. All right. Oh, that's Monique. Hey, Monique. How come I still can't read the other one? Oracle King. Oh, Oracle King. Hey. Bottom of the deck is the throat chakra. That's crazy. And I just said some of you may need to clear that throat chakra. And that's why I showed y'all the hand mudra for that. So there is some stuff with communication and speaking that's very important. Maybe that's why they're jumping out. Maybe many of you here, throat chakra is going to be very important starting off this December. All right, let's see. All right, so what is it that we need to know right now? Let me see. Slow down, Master Soul Worker. It's okay to take a break. So I'm going to start with the self-care cards, because it seems to be a message here saying that many of you here in the collective are masters at certain things. And it may be things that you don't even realize. It could be something you do as a 9-to-5 and you're like, I just do that to make ends meet. Not realizing it's your calling, it's your purpose, you're a master at it. But you might be not taking time out to breathe. And they're saying it's okay to take a break. There's a feeling here that many of you, and I've been there too, feel like time is running out. Like I got all these dreams and all these things I want to accomplish, but I don't think I have enough time, especially when you reach a certain age. or you start having children or things like that that start to make you feel like you have to move faster, you have to push, you have to force. And they're saying, nah, slow down. You don't have to do that. You still have time. All right. Let fear be my motivator to shine. Fear is my old friend. Fear comes to remind me of my strengths. So, all right, we're going to start with self-care first. I'll come back to these cards, but it's letting me know there's some activity this month in December. Well, not this month. We're going into December. That's going to require open throat chakra, where you're able to express yourself and not just express, but also hear, to be a good communicator. All right. It could have something to do with a project you're working on. It could have something to do with work, being that they're saying to slow down, take it easy. You might be doing a lot and it might be affecting the throat chakra. For some of you, it could have to do with relationships where you need to speak up, or maybe you need to know when to shut it down. Maybe you're moving too fast, and maybe you're dating too many people, or you're starting friendships and you're not completing the getting to know you phase. You're like jumping in and out. There's an energy of calm down, slow down. You got time, not everything at once. And with fear here, they're saying use the fear of time running out or the fear of not getting your wishes fulfilled. Let that motivate you to shine inward, outwardly. All right. We're going to look at fear like it's a friend of ours that comes around to remind you of how strong you are. Like, look, this is scary, but you could get through it. And that's a reminder of your strength. Okay. Don't let fear come around to shake you up, to get you scared. So with that out the way, let me see this self-care. Where'd the deck go? Y'all playing? I just was looking at it. That's crazy. Maybe they said, no, that deck is not first. You gotta be kidding me. I literally was just looking at the deck. Okay. Okay. And then it showed up again. I was about to say, that's nuts. I was just looking at it. All right. So we may be requiring some self-care this month, at least going into this first week. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a few of these are going to be pick a numbers to get your answer. All right. Until I get to the day by day for the week ahead. What do you need to pay attention to? Where can you apply self-care for yourself this week? Choose a number 1, 2, or 3, and I will give you your answer. All right. Quickly off the top of your head, you can even write it in the comments to claim it even more. So it will be more personal to you. My ones, it already jumped out. So if you chose the number 1, you need to start some rituals. All right. Things that you do daily to take care of yourself. Steady yourself with simple rituals. Do the dishes, fold laundry, water the plants, make a cup of tea. Let wisdom sneak up on you. My ones, you need rituals. You need routine. That will keep your mind stable and your emotions balanced. If you're like, okay, when I get up in the morning, I start off my day with a fresh, and I'm making this up, a fresh cup of tea. I watch my favorite comedian, get my laughs on. So now I'm in high vibe energy, and then I go and do what I have to do. But there's some kind of need for you to have a ritual that gets you energetically in alignment with whatever it is you want to do or you want to call in that day. So this week, start to find some rituals. Maybe it could be something you do that feels cleansing or just uplifting every day. Go outside. Every morning I step outside, put my bare feet in the grass. I don't do that, but sometimes in the summer I might. But that's a suggestion. All right. Y'all ancestors have decided to land. They said, we're going to let you meditate in peace, but we here now because I'm starting to sweat. If you're drawn to the number 2, which I was, feelings. It's going to be very important to acknowledge your feelings. Take care of your feelings this week. And that is a form of self-care. Acknowledging your feelings. Healing begins with feeling. Be gentle with yourself and tender with your heart. Now, that's funny because I think I said something like that last night. Oh, who's that? Hey, Davis. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat, y'all. I'm sorry. When I start sweating, I got to calm it down. Otherwise, I start feeling like, oh. All right. So pretty much my 2s this week, Self-care for you is going to be taking care of your feelings, allowing yourself to heal, acknowledging where you still need healing, and being gentle with your heart, being gentle with yourself and your feelings. And that also can mean staying away from people who trigger negative feelings in you, who make you feel bad, who don't uplift you, and making it a point to be around and to interact with people who actually lift up your vibration. All right. And my threes, what can those that were drawn to the number 3 do this week as their form of self-care? This is fighting to come out. Wow, my threes, I should have been drawn to 3. Y'all got the card of abundance. Being a thoughtful steward for the money you already have is the secret to creating more abundance. When you trust yourself to handle more, that's when more shows up. So my threes this week, mindset shift. You need to be focusing on abundance. I say stay in a state of gratitude as if you already got this, as if you're already abundant, which you already are. And if you're in that mind state, like I'm abundant, and not just thinking money when you think abundance. Abundance, you can have abundance is just a lot of something, a lot of love, a lot of support, a lot of job offers, a lot of contracts, a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of love relationships, but a lot of admirers. Okay. And this just with this, I'm seeing money. So my threes, make sure you are in a mindset where you are trusting yourself to receive, because sometimes we block what wants to come in because we're afraid we can't handle it. Okay. Start to prepare yourself for more, for having more. Okay. All righty. Who else wants to talk to the crew today? I'm going to go to the trees now. Now I have a homemade deck. This is called the Forest's Edge. You can keep the number 1, 2, or 3 that you chose already, or you can switch it up, whatever you feel. But you're going to get a message from the energy of the trees. All right. And everything has energy. So if you're like, how are you feeling the energy from a tree? Everything has energy. Everything. Okay. All right. So for my ones, if you felt drawn to the number 1 or that was your number from jump, you have been blessed, my ones. Enjoy. All is well. If you've been worried, this week you're going to realize you've been blessed, that a blessing's going to show up to confirm to you that everything's okay. Slow down. You got time. You're going to be all right. Everything's all right. Okay, my ones. If you've been worried, if you've been stressing, I even see some of you might even get an opportunity to go on a vacation. Just blessings are going to be coming in. You're okay. This week, relax. My 2s, this jumps out. Fruits. Wow, everybody's doing good this week, huh? It says, bless you, prosperity and love on the way. You will have sweetness in your life. My 2s, when we see this, and I got to say we because I was a 2, when we see fruits, what this is, it's not so much as blessed. Blessed is like you've been worrying, but you're blessed. A blessing, a miracle, something you don't expect is going to show up to confirm it. When you have fruits, you worked for this. Fruits is the fruits of your labor. Okay. This means this is something you've been wanting, you've been putting energy towards, and now they're letting you know you've done the work. You completed the work. Love and prosperity, whichever one or both, if that's what you want, are coming in now. And some sweetness is coming in. That means maybe you've been having some really rough times. This week, it's going to feel sweet. Like, things feel a lot better, okay? And for my 3s, let's keep this momentum going. What my 3s got? Okay. My 3s, you have branch out. It's time to try new things and go beyond the horizon. My tree here with all the branches looks crazy, but the message is still the same. Branch out. If you are keeping yourself in like a box, my 3s this week, it's time for you to start to do all the other talents. Look at some of the other talents and gifts that you have. Also, if you've been working with the same people or in the same place, or you just feel like, you're outgrowing a space or energy, it's time to branch out. It's time to try new things. Don't let fear keep you in one spot, because I believe that branching out is how you call in your abundance as well. All right. Oh, this is great, guys. All right, we got more number things. I'm going to leave these. All right. So if you're rocking with your same number, we're going to stay there. And what's interesting is where I put them to. If you were a one, it landed on the slow down masters. Okay, soul worker. So you're the people that need to slow down, take a break, get some rituals in place that actually probably get you to slow down and breathe and relax because you ain't got to do so much. You're blessed. All is well. That's your message so far. If you're drawing the number two, your cards landed on the throat chakra. So there is something about communication this week that's going to be very important for you. Could be a week to express your feelings to somebody or someone, whatever the case may be. You have been doing some work that you're going to see the fruits of your labor start to show up this week, even in love or in money. And my power threes, you landed on let fear be my motivator to shine, which makes sense with branch out. Your abundance is coming in this week. You're going to be in an energy of being able to call in an abundance of things, but you will have to release the fear of going in a direction or doing something that's not familiar to you or with people that aren't familiar to you. It's time to branch out. All right. Who's next? What energy wants to speak next before we get to the day by day? Okay, that's a day by day. That's a day by day. These are spirit messages. This is a spirit guide team. These messages could be deep. This is ancestors. Y'all, I'm going to save these for last. And we got star seeds. Who's next? Let's go with the ancestors. These will be pretty quick. I told y'all today at the beginning, I said this intuitive part was going to probably be in depth because I feel like they want to prepare y'all for December or prepare us all for whatever is coming in December. All right, my ones, your card already. No, I'm not taking that many. This isn't a full read. All right, I'll consider it. My ones, you have shamanic healer. So if you're drawn to the number one, cleansing and attunement. You may be feeling called this week to detox, to cleanse. Either you're going to want to cleanse people around you, you're going to want to cleanse the environment you're in, but you're starting to want to be more connected to your ancestors, your animal spirit guides, your entire spirit guide team. But in order to do that, there are some things you have to clear out. Some aspects, even maybe mind chatter, mental chatter, that makes you feel like you can't have this attunement. I'm going to take your other two cards that came through. My ones, you got journey guide, travel, change in location. I said something about vacation, taking a break, going somewhere for you guys. Everybody's not getting three. One, it just popped out and I felt like they needed it. And you have a personal guide coming through. Guardian angel, spirit family. This could be somebody who has passed on, who rocks with you, who makes sure that you stay on your path. Okay, that you don't get knocked out of alignment, that you don't push and force things so that the blessings can come in and you don't get in the way. All right, my twos. What is your message from your ancestors this week? So much. My twos, you have connections, partnership, contract, and commitment coming in this week. So there is a lot with communicating that throat chakra and your feelings. Perhaps you've been doing a lot of work when it comes to your connections with other people or how you present or show up in other people's lives. Maybe some contracts coming in or some dealings with making commitments to certain careers, relationship commitments. All of that's going to be very important this week for you, your connections with other people. And your ancestors are coming through to let you know they are helping guide you through that aspect of this week, dealing with your connections, okay? Lastly, my threes. Okay, that card said me. My threes. This week, your ancestors are helping you with letting go of urgency. Good Lord, that must be the story of us all with slow down and now here you go. Surrender, freedom from time constraints. And we can all learn from that message. Your ancestors, those who are drawn to three, they are assisting you in freeing yourself from feeling like you're stuck on a time schedule to the point where you're not living, you're not getting out, you're not doing the things you want to do. All right. It's time to branch out. It's time to go and discover new things. Sitting around trying to do things because you feel like you have all these deadlines, They're saying, no, it's time for you to surrender. All right. Because you're going to get in the way of abundance, things that want to come in based off of your ability to branch out and be open to the new. Wow. Right at the bottom of the deck says soul expression, something new. Many of you here are creatives or creative thinkers or artists of some kind. Creation is here. Just let me know that many of you who are getting ancestral support this week with creating something new. If you've been working on something, a project, a group, a community, whatever, and you've been pouring into it, this week you're going to get a sign from your ancestors that it's like, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. Maybe you'll see your numbers grow. Maybe someone will literally tell you, hey, you're amazing. Maybe something that you're working on, you'll let someone hear it and they'll tell you how great it is. There's just some kind of confirmation. Or maybe you haven't done something in a while and somebody's going to hit you up and like, do you still do this? And it'll be that spark that makes you say, you know what? I want to do that again. But that's something with creativity getting sparked this month, big time. So really lean into creative ideas and inspiration that comes out of nowhere. Okay. Let's talk to the star ancestors using the Lemurian Star Child deck. So the Lemurian Star Child deck, what I'm using it for today, they want to come through and let you know where you have leveled up moving into December. And this should also give you an idea of where you've leveled up moving into the new year. If you don't like where it is, then that lets you know the work you need to do on yourself. Okay. If you're loving it, then keep on keeping on. So you can stick with your same number, 1, 2, or 3, or you can choose a new one. If you feel like, I'm not feeling with the star seed cards that I'm a number 1, for example, I'm going to switch to this one. Feel free. Okay. I might even switch. Yeah, because I'm going to clear these out. Let's do the star seeds separate. It's a different energy coming in. All right. 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to start with number 1. If you were drawn to the number 1, how you are getting an upgrade moving into December. My number 1s, my dragon folk, that's my peoples, beyond cycles. In December, you've broken a cycle, or you will be. Something that you were doing over and over again, or something you were going through, a relationship trauma, or it's just something that seemed like a repetitive cycle, okay? In December, you're getting assistance with breaking it. And if you haven't already, some of you, I feel like you already broke the cycle, and you're getting like this acknowledgement that you did it. Find and embrace yourself, new direction, releasing old patterns. You did it, number 1, or you will be doing that. Old patterns are going to be going away. You're going to be going in a totally new direction and really, really loving who you are. You're discovering, or you have just really discovered who you are, what you want, what you need, and where you're going. Very good. All right. I think I'm going to choose 3 this time. All right. If you're drawn to the number 2, let's go. My 2s, heart of ascension. So moving into the next month, we have expansion, love for all, playfulness, and release the past. Is everybody releasing? Yay. That's what you're supposed to do during the fall. Release. Okay. So my 2s, it looks like you have done a lot of heart work, or you're going to do some kind of heart work completion or healing. When in doing that, you're just going to feel like people are drawn to you. You're going to have a lot of new people drawn to you, my 2s. All right. These are soul tribes. These are people who are matching the energy of your ascending heart. These are people who love unconditionally, who like to have fun and play, and who have love for all, and have worked through their past traumas and issues as well, or are doing that and releasing things from the past that no longer serve them moving forward. I feel like, my 2s, you're going to find that if you do something that comes from the heart, it's going to reach many, many, many people, more than what you think. I feel like, my 2s, I don't know, those who chose to, I feel like you underestimate yourself, and you're going to see that you really are expanding more than you know. You're reaching and touching more people than you realize. All right. And if you were drawn to the number 3, we have the elders. Spiritual mentoring, equality, stability, wisdom, experience, and counsels. So my threes, there is like a greater wisdom that you've gained that you're going to feel really like activating in December. You may feel like you've been through some kind of spiritual initiation without even realizing it. You may find that you are in turn mentoring others on their spiritual journeys. But you're gonna have more stability based off of your wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom you've gained from experience that you're meant to counsel others. You're meant to share with others. It's almost like you're moving into this energy or this mindset of the elder, somebody who has learned from their experiences, not just gained knowledge, but wisdom, got wiser from it, and is able to share that with others and assist them as well. You may even find that you're invited to be a part of organizations that do that for some of you. But others of you, it's almost like you were initiated into this council of elders, and you're going to find that your experiences and how you share them is going to be very important moving into December. Bottom of the deck, yes, for the collective, we got manifest coming through. Okay, so this month, co-creation and gratitude is here. That's why I'm so happy I started this off with us getting into the energy of gratitude. It's going to be the most powerful tool this month coming to call in what you want. All right. You have to really sit in the energy of gratitude, and that's your form of co-creating. You're not getting in the way. You're not trying to force anything to happen. You're just sitting back and you're saying, I'm grateful that I don't got to get involved in the mess of my life. I'm going to let God and my guides and my ancestors can take care of that. And I'm going to just chill here. And when what's in alignment with me shows up, then I'll take action. That's how we're supposed to make moves. But a lot of times we don't trust. This is saying divine alignment, joyful visions. Things are going to be manifesting and coming in that you probably aren't expecting in December. I feel a lot of surprises for the collective. Okay. Last of the messages before we look at this week is a spirit message. Now, these messages could sometimes be very, very deep. Okay. Choose your number again or stick with the one you already had. I'm going to stay with number 3. 1, 2, 3. If you are drawn to number 1, your spirit message. Now, I saw this card and shuffled and it came right back up. So my ones, this is meant for you. Synchronicity. All righty. And it says, are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. Take note of that, my ones. Okay. Every time I say my ones, I just got to tell you, it's because I want to chuckle in my heart. Every time I say my ones, I think of Miss One from The Wiz, when all of them are going, Miss One, Miss One, Miss One. I don't know. You have to watch The Wiz. If you don't know, watch The Wiz. But Miss One, it makes me think of Miss One. And I don't know what that connects to you guys. Why? It's just something about you. Maybe you work with children. Maybe you need to work with children. Something older, mature, but youthful about your energy. Some of you, my ones, need to play the lottery. Why is the ones coming through so powerful right now? A lot of you might have chose that pal. Might have chose group 1. All right. If you're drawn to 2, you have nature. We getting some nice messages. We must have been doing a lot of work on ourselves. So it says, this is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. So you need to get outdoors more, connect to Mama Earth, hug a tree, put your hands in the grass, put your feet in the grass, go to the beach. I know it's kind of cold where I am, but go to a lake, do something where you connect with nature, sit outside, listen to the birds sing, look up at the sky at night, and really take it in, how we're just a speck in this humongous universe. Okay, my 3s, It says just ask. I know y'all said, why she switched to 3? Now we getting lectured. So this is your message from your spirit team. And it says, there are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance. And it's funny, at the bottom of the deck, it says, listen. So I do feel like if you just said, I do be asking for help, I pray, I'm like meditating, I ask for your help. They're like, you have to be willing to listen. So at the same time, when you ask for that help, do you become still? Do you get quiet? Do you wait to receive an answer or a sign? That's what is needed now. And if you haven't even been asking, then your ancestral team are coming through to say, hello, we're here to help you. And you need to reach out. So with that, I'm going to have so many cards to clean up. My gosh. Okay. Let's move into this day by day, the week ahead. My Lord. I still got 2 more decks here, but I'm going to pull these at the end. Okay. If you would like personal card pulls, you can send a donation of $8 to $10 to Cash App. I think all the information is in the description. So if you just check the description, my Cash App, though, is there, $ Ancestor Dancer. And then you put Steam VIP in the comments at the end. And I will get the notification anyway across my screen that you sent something. And I will pull some cards for you. Okay. But that's at the end of the session. Okay. Let me put that to the side. It's my homemade deck. So first we're going to take a look at... Oh, I wasn't supposed to use that deck? I used the deck too early. The ancestors, they was like, no, we were going to clarify the week ahead, and you already pulled them cards. I could still use them. Ain't no thing. We'll see if I feel called to. So first we're going to get a focus card. What's the primary focus for this week? I'm still feeling like we might be in 3 different categories this week. So I'm going to let you guys choose a number for your focus. It'll give you affirmation as well as an activity you can do to enhance this energy coming in. Okay. And then we'll get to the day by day. So 1, 2, or 3, once again. If you felt drawn to the number 1 for your week ahead, your focus, my ones. Whoa. Okay. My ones, what is going on? Every time I get to y'all, it's like cards going crazy. More than one wants to come out. Y'all do need to slow down. Y'all must have a lot on your plate. And you need to find some time to woosah. Your focus this week is social life. Maybe you need to get up and get out, okay? And stop working so much. It's time for some fun. My ones, okay? Your keywords this week are passion. So these are the things I want you to experience or seek to experience. Passion, vitality, talent, and intimacy. Your affirmation is leisure and pleasure are essential to my wellness. Leisure and pleasure are essential to my wellness. That's a no for you guys. All right. If you've been having health issues, maybe it's because you're not spending enough time having fun and relaxing. Maybe some of that is your nerves and you need to relax. Action, plan a social night out this week. All right. So try to make time to socialize or somewhere where you could go and just to get out and talk to people. And it says, enjoy yourself. Expand your circle of friends this week. So get out and about, socialize. All right. Have some fun this week. My 2s, if you're drawn to number 2. Oh, gosh, another group where the numbers are going crazy. I mean, the cards. I think we'll go with 3 again. My 2s, you have new awakening. All right. So there's some awakening you're going to have this week. And it says your keywords are action, purpose, beauty, and calling. So many of you may find yourself having a new awakening to your purpose, maybe to how you look, your beauty standards, maybe a special specific calling. You might say, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, and be ready to take action. Your affirmation, I am excellent at showing others that they are great. I am excellent at showing others that they are great. And an action you could take this week is to post a list of 3 things you love to do. Okay. That when you do that, it kind of can awaken you to what your purpose is. Those 3 things you love to do, somewhere in there lies your highest purpose. All right. And newsflash, you're fundamental to the success of a new plan. So if somebody invites you to be a part of some plan, and maybe it's just God's plan, just know that you're needed. All right. All right. Don't feel like you're not worthy. My 3s. Oh, and this is card 21 for pile 1, card 20 for pile 2. If we get card 19 for 3, I'm going to freak out. All right. My 3s. We came close. We got 18. Yo. And 2 cards jumped out, so I will take them both. Card number 18, almost got 19. Y'all's going to see me literally freak out. All right. Yeah, I've been working with spirit for a very long time, and it still never fails to surprise me when things align. But with generosity this week and teaching for my number 3s. Okay. And that's number 11 for teaching, which is master manifesting. Maybe you want to teach. Maybe you're going to feel called to teach. Maybe there are people who have things they want to learn from you. But this week, you may be focused there on how you can share your gifts, your wisdom, understanding, and stay a visionary. Those are your key words. Your affirmation is my best strength is my thirst for knowledge. My best strength is my thirst for knowledge. And this week, you're going to find the answers you've been searching for. If you've been confused, maybe you were the group that needed clarity, you're going to get the answers you've been looking for. And then generosity is here. The key words are benefit, warmth, excellence, and attraction. I do feel like you're going to be attracting in generosity. Maybe you've been a giver, or you're going to find that by being generous this week, you're getting into alignment with people being generous with you. But your keywords are benefit, warmth, excellence, and attraction, as I said. And your affirmation is, I am a born champion of humanity. I am a born champion of humanity. And this week, do a kind deed or smile at everybody that you meet. If you could do that without looking nuts. All right. And your news flash, you attract good fortune as you help others. So don't worry so much, my 3s, about the get back. Just know that as you're helping others, you're actually helping you. Okay. Because you're getting yourself good karma so that this can come back around to you. Of course, don't give with just that being your sole mission, but that makes it easier to give. All right. Let's look at the day by day. Whew, I wish I had like some kind of ringer. I should have brought my bell over here. No, here we go. All right. Let's get into switch up the energy. We're going to look at the week by week. I chose a deck that really I cannot take reversals for because they wrote the life code on the back. So if I see the life code upside down, I already know it's reversed. So I'm not really going to take reversals for this. We will get some clarity if it's not clear. And I always start with Saturday. So we're going to start with the energy for today, because even though I start with this Saturday through the week, we could shift the energy. And by the time that Saturday shows up, the energy could be different. So even though I read this Saturday last week, I'll be reading it again. So today's vibe, the Hanged Man. All right, let's get some clarity for that as well. When I see the Hanged Man as the vibe for the day, it just lets me know that it's a day to be still, to maybe you'll feel like you can't go or you can't move or do the things you want to do. But what it is really doing is making you take some time to see things from other angles, to shift your perspective of something, or your perception, how you see something. It's just a good day for really taking a minute and enjoying the pause, not feeling like, oh, I'm stuck. I want to go somewhere I can't go, or you're unable to go far. Maybe you will be able to go somewhere local, but just know when you're in the Hanged Man, you might find yourself being very, not skeptical, but analytical, analyzing, looking at the people you keep around you, things like that. Okay. Yeah, today says divine presence. It is a master manifesting day. So watch what you're thinking and who you keep in your energy, because you're going to be attracting in. It's 44 for this card, which is a number of stability. All right. Finding where you feel grounded and stable. Home. And it says the force of love and creation today. So you might be feeling God's energy, the energy of God, the energy of source. Ooh! Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Somebody just knocked one of my statues down. Oh my goodness. Give me a second. Now I'm knocking stuff down. What was... I'm working. That was my child. Unbelievable. Now, I don't know what that was a sign of. I had to tell her, like, I'm working. What are you doing? She pushed this thing. I didn't realize that's what she moved. And it hit a statue that actually represented good luck. It's my elephants. So I'm like, I have to look that up. Why did that smash like that? But anyway, we're going to keep that moving, keep it moving. So, and I'm right when I'm saying you got divine presence today, the force of love and creation. So it's time to really, really sit and connect to source. That's what I'm hearing for today. Okay. You may just really feel like you have God's energy hovering, like a divine presence guiding you today. All right. Let's look at Sunday. So Sunday's energy is, what is this? The Six of Wands. This is an energy of success. So there's something with tomorrow where you may be feeling like, yes, we did it, or I did it. And your ancestors are coming through. Historical connections and purposes. This could be something that maybe a cycle completion that you've done, or something that you've ended, that it does feel like generational burden, maybe something that for generations your ancestors weren't able to overcome. But you're going to find that tomorrow you succeeded. You ended a generational curse or burden, maybe by shifting a mindset, by making a different choice that your ancestors wouldn't have made, that you made, like you took another direction. And now it's like, you're going to find that tomorrow it's a good energy for you to really sit in what is your purpose. You're going to probably really be feeling called to it. And for many of you, it may stem from ancestors. It could be something that they did. All right. That was broad. I hope that fits for all of us. All right. Monday's energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So Monday's energy, you might be feeling like your karma's changing. You could be feeling an energy of, wow, things are looking up. At one point, I felt like I was at the bottom, but today I'm starting to feel like things are shifting. All right. For some of you, you may find people from your past resurfacing. That Wheel of Fortune is also a karmic wheel. So it does also mean it may be calling in some stuff from your past, either for you to get clarity, to release, or to renew. All right. And the clarity for that day, we got Archangel Raziel coming through. Wisdom, inspiration, and Akashic records. So there is something about destiny on Monday. With the Akashic records coming through, there's something about past lifetimes or your purpose before you even was born that may be revealed to you through somebody that inspires you, maybe through wisdom you gain, through some kind of clarity or awakening you get today while you're in the Hanged Man energy. But yeah, the vibe for Monday is new cycle, karmic clearing, or completing something due to wisdom and stepping a lot closer to your purpose. Tuesday's vibe. We have the Hierophant. Yeah, we've been doing it. So for many of you, you may be feeling very, very spiritually, like you have spiritually grown. All right. Tuesday is going to feel like a spiritual elevation. You might not want to be around the same people, do the same things. Your beliefs may even have expanded or changed due to maybe you heard somebody speak or you saw something that made you say, Maybe there's more to this world than what I've been believing. For some of you, the vibe for Tuesday is also you might find yourself being put into a position where your beliefs and your thoughts, maybe things you even write for many of you, are going to be very important and looked up to and respected. For my writers, Tuesday is a good day for writing and getting your writing out there. And I almost said Wednesday. That's funny because late night used to have Write It Out Wednesdays. So that's maybe for some of you, Wednesday may be a good day to write as well. Okay, but there's something with what you write or what you're reading that's going to elevate you spiritually and also help you gain some kind of respect for your beliefs and what you're saying. All right. So that's a good day to really express yourself in that way. Some of you. Prosperity. Look at that. And that's the clarity for that day. Abundance and success are coming in with this energy. So many of you guys clearing out some things, elevating spiritually. For some of you, writing, reading something, shifting your beliefs. Something is going to shift energetically on Tuesday and put you in alignment with abundance, success, and prosperity, which is dope because Sunday is already a vibe of succeeding and being successful at something. So I'm glad this energy is still going on throughout the week. Wednesday's vibe. Wednesday, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Why we got the Seven of Pentacles here? Animal totems, animal energy, and powers. So there's something with the animal spirit guides. When I see the animal spirit guides come through, it's usually when there's a need for courage and strength and perseverance to do something. You know, I get resilience and perseverance with the ancestors as well, but more strength and courage when your animal spirit guides come through. So there's something with the animal totems. You might want to look through my readings. I have many animal spirit guide readings that'll let you know what your totem is. But you might want to start to have figurines of them around. That's interesting too, because my elephants fell. So what does that mean? Maybe they're no longer on my animal totem or I need to pay attention to them. You know what that's bringing me to? I showed that card, the elders, earlier with the star seeds. And that was an elephant. And I chose that group. So this is all my thing. I got to figure that out for myself. All right. So Wednesday, animal guides coming through. So pay attention if the birds are acting funny around you, if you see a deer, if you see something on TV and the animals just are you're attracted to them. Maybe dogs are especially loving to be around you all of a sudden, or you just love cats or whatever. There's just something on Wednesday with their energy. They're going to be giving you a sign because we got the Seven of Pentacles here for the energy of Wednesday. What that is somebody looking at time and feeling like time is running out. But the true meaning of the Seven of Pentacles is that you put energy towards something. You invested in something and now you're waiting to see the fruits of your labor. And you might see a little something with the Seven of Pentacles. It means that something you've been working towards, you're going to start to see it grow. But you have to be patient. All right. You have to be patient. And it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there. Maybe you're putting a project out there. Maybe you put a resume out there. Whatever it is that you're waiting on to see, like, did it work? It takes a lot of courage and vulnerability, and your animal spirit guides will be strong that day. So if you're feeling nervous or scared or in any way fearful of what's to come, call on the animals you feel most comforted and close to. But just know Wednesday's a sign that something is manifesting. Just stay patient. You're going to see the signs on Wednesday that it's manifesting. But don't get crazy or start to rush and get in your own way. All right. Let's go with Thursday's vibe. Three of Cups. It's a good day to socialize. This is a day of friends. You may find you're celebrating something with friends. Maybe something occurs where you're seeing what you were waiting for bloom. And then on Thursday, you're like, yo, I want to celebrate that. Whatever the case, Thursday, good vibrational day for gathering with friends, social gatherings, celebrating something. Okay. Let's get some extra clarity for that day. We got archangel, so many archangels, ancestors, divine presence, animal spirits coming through. We only got one card that has a word, and that's prosperity. So Archangel Zachiel. And Zachiel helps with self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. So Thursday, some of you may find that either you are gathering with friends and enjoying yourselves, having a good time, celebrating something. You could be celebrating forgiveness. Maybe there was something between you guys and now you're like forgiving each other, or you're just going to find that there's a lot of compassion and for each other amongst this circle. I feel like your soul family is going to be coming in. All right. For many of you. All right. Just like I feel like my kids are starting to come out. It was quiet all this time. I heard it go back in the room. So all this time it's quiet. Now I hear stuff. All right. Friday's vibe. Friday. Two of Swords. Friday, we are trying to figure out what we want to do. This is a day of a big decision. So if you have any choices, decisions you need to make, and maybe all week, you know what you want to do, but you're saying, I'm not sure. It's just interesting to start today in this position of contemplation, of learning, of trying to see something from another angle. And then Friday, you're doing it again. But this time, it's strategic. It's like, what should I do? If I make this move, what's the consequence? It's not so much, if I look at this from this angle, it's really a blessing and not a curse. This is more, I got to decide what I want to do moving forward because it's detrimental to my future, this choice. I know what move I want to make, but I'm hesitant because I'm still scared. That's the vibe for Friday. So I don't know what this choice is going to be based on soul expression, something new, creation, something you've been pouring into, something you've been manifesting. It could even be a relationship with somebody. I'm hearing that strong for some of you. It could be a partnership with creatively a partnership. Whatever it is, you've been pouring energy into it consciously, subconsciously, watering this idea, this desire, this want. It is going to have the energy to show up by Friday. Okay. It's going to be something new. It's going to feel connected to your soul. Like you're just going to feel like it's a connection, another half of yourself. It could be in a person, a career, a project, but whatever it is, it's going to cause you to have to make a choice between two paths, two people, two things. You're just going to have to choose. Can I get one more card for Friday, y'all? I just need some more clarity. Six of Cups. This is somebody from your past. For many of you, you might have to choose between someone from your past, nostalgic feelings here, lots of sweet, loving past memories, or it's going to be something you did in the past. Maybe it's like you have this opportunity. You always had this dream. For example, I'm making it up. I always dreamt to be like this big time lawyer, that had celebrity clients, but instead, it didn't really pan out the way I thought. I couldn't get past paralegal. I'd never, passed the bar. And so instead, I became a school teacher. The opportunity to be a lawyer may be coming back around because you still in the back of your mind have been thinking about it. You've always wanted it. You might have watched other people soar to success and thought, that could have been me or should have been me, or I'm better than that person. I could have done that. Whatever that desire is, even if it's in the form of an intimate relationship from the past, it's coming back in, and it's coming in with a new energy, something new. And it's going to feel very I almost said creative. So this could be somebody that might be a creative partner for you. You might be sparked by that creativity. Maybe you guys are going to work on something new, but you're going to feel almost like a soulmate or connected to this person. And they're going to put you in a position. This is feeling very specific, but this is the vibe for Friday. There's going to be the energy of having to choose between the old and the new, and or the old coming back renewed. And now you have to decide if you want to go that route. All right. Big choice Friday, guys. Life-changing choice, I'm hearing. Okay. Saturday's vibe, next Saturday. Well, damn it, we got the devil coming in on Saturday. Why is that? Now, I said I wasn't taking reversals, but it's funny. Out of all the cards I picked, this is the only one that came in reverse. So I'm going to accept it reversed. The devil coming in reverse lets me know you freed yourself, or we freed ourselves from something this week. So whatever this choice is on Friday, Saturday's vibe, you may feel like you freed yourself from something you felt you didn't have control over, something you felt like controlled you, like a puppet. That's why I'm doing the hands. You're probably like, why is she doing that? Like something that you feel like, I really can't make the choices I want to make. It could be a job. I want to travel. I can't because of this job. It could be a relationship. I want to go into this relationship. I feel called here, but I feel stuck in this one. There's going to be something with next Saturday where you're going to feel free from this oppressive energy that you feel like is controlling what's happening in your life. It came through reverse. Extra clarity for Saturday. Confirmation, Page of Cups. You're freeing yourself from something that made you feel stuck, and you're going to be open to some new love. It might even feel very young, and it might feel like, I don't want to say young, not immature. It feels like a new beginning or a fresh beginning, something that's like starting over. So it could be a job you love. You might be just starting it, a new job, new position. Maybe some of you are going to adopt a child. I'm seeing, but many of you may be dealing with a man or a masculine, that there's going to be something about this masculine that kind of frees you, makes you feel free from something that made you feel restricted, or something that's said to you. And I do feel like it may come as a surprise. All right. Friday, we have phase entanglement, emotional influence. Didn't I say somebody's going to be coming and saying something? So with the devil here, I do feel like you're freeing yourself. The energy is to get free of any toxic energy, anybody that's a gossip, people that are haters, jealousy. Keep them at arm's length, not in your immediate circle. And it may require you to turn your back, or just not turn your back, but build boundaries with people who actually love you, but still have work to do on themselves. And for some of you, I do see this coming in. Somebody's coming with some offer of love, or words of love, or wants to communicate how they feel. And whatever these words are, even if it's not intimate, if it's a friend, if it's through work, it's going to shift your energy. And it's going to free you from whatever was emotionally influencing you to make certain choices. You know, somebody that might have had you been manipulating you by your emotions. Now, this was a lot. I'm going to have to come back. I always say this every week. I got to come back and look at this again. But before we go, if there was, I didn't see any notifications. So I don't think I got any Steam VIPs. Late Night and Monique and Oracle King and Davis. If you guys are still here, I will pull a card for you. I do my card pulls for people who are here for the entire session. You don't get the 4, 5, 6 cards I pull for people who send a donation, but you do get my gratitude through me pulling a card for you from my decks. Okay. So Late Night and Sunshine are more VIPs. They're always here, so I might pull more than one for y'all. Depends on what I'm pulling. So I'm using personal decks that I made for this part of this session. All right, Late Night, I'm going to do after. Monique, I'll do you after. Okay, Oracle King, I will pull a card for you. I'm going to pull a card. This deck is called Do You Know How Great You Are? So somebody feels like, one of you guys feel like you need some confirmation, something to remind you of how great you are, or something you just need to know right now. Woo! It says, you need to know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Don't change anything but the people or the voice in your head that's holding you back. That's the message you needed to hear this week, Oracle King. Okay. There may be people that you're listening to. There could be even just your own mental chatter. Okay. Whatever it is, they're letting you know. Your guides are coming through to say there's nothing wrong with you. Don't change you. You ain't doing nothing wrong. Okay. And the people that are meant to be in your energy will be. Just know that you're fine. Okay. Might need to get out into the environment. I'm seeing at the bottom for you, environmental work, help Mama Earth. So you might have some work you have to do with the land, with the earth. Okay. Alrighty. Look at me. I feel like an old lady squinting. Davis, I don't know if you're still here, but I will pull a card for you from the same deck. Do you know how great you are? Okay. And what does Davis need to know this week about how great they are? All right. You have things are shifting. The self-work you've been doing shows. In the next 5 days, you'll start to see new energy enter. So the key words for you this week will be energy shift, new start, and glow up, because that's what you probably be experiencing. You're going to feel like your energy is shifted and you're glowing up. You have a new start coming in for you. So you've been doing some self-work on yourself, some healing, some readjustments of your attitude and your ways. The next 5 days, that means this week, you're going to start to see new energy coming into your life. All right. All right. That's what I got for you. Late night here. All right. So I'm going to pull one from each of these. Ask yourself this. It's a little bit of a deck that I made that kind of gets you to self-question, self-assess. Ask yourself this, okay? So I'm going to start. Y'all do you later. So late night, ask yourself this. Can I face my shadows? Can I accept the good and bad of who I am? And that may be what you're going to be going through this week. Looking at your shadows, can you accept that you have a light and a dark side? Can you accept the benefit of that dark side as well as the benefit of the light, and find ways to alchemize the two, see where they're both a blessing, rather than feel like, oh, I have to get rid of my shadow. I have to chop off and get rid of this. It's considered the bad side of me. No, it's the same thing that they do with the ego, where people say, oh, you got to get rid of your ego. No, you don't. No, you don't. You get rid of your ego and you're going to be a pushover. People are going to walk all over you. You're never going to feel like you have a voice. Your ego, you're needed. Okay. And it's the same thing with that shadow. You need the shadow side, because sometimes the light is not as effective when you're in the dark as when you can tap into your shadow. So they're just asking you to learn to accept those two things about yourself. Okay. You also have, and I'm going to take this because when I flipped the deck, when I said your name, this is the card I saw. So I guess it's for you. And they're showing me this too. So recognition that's long overdue. So you got 3 out of here. They wanted me to show you. Recognition that's long overdue is coming in. It says you need to know that your life is about to take an amazing turn. It's hard to explain. When you feel stuck, things are going to begin to flow very fast. And you have the card that says you won the lottery. Well, maybe not exactly, but it will definitely begin to feel like it. Recently, you had an idea and you either did or will act on it. That's when your entire life changes and your dreams come true. So whatever that idea is, you need to act on it. All right. If you have an idea or you're putting something on the back burner, or you're like, oh, I do that, but I'm not really doing it. They're like, do it. Keywords for you this week are winning, wishes come true, following your heart, and success. All right. And the last card I'm going to pick for you is from my first deck I ever made. Give you one message from this deck. I feel like I'm surrounded by piles of cards. My God. Cleanup is going to be nuts. You got 2. My ancestors never listen. So it says perception is everything. From the angle I'm viewing things, things are distorted. Yeah. So changing my point of view makes everything clear. There's something you need to shift your perception of. How you're looking at it can make everything clear. All right. And they want you to know you're an empath. You feel everything. So that means you have to refresh your inner filter. If you're not cleansing regularly, then it's going to build up and become anxiety that's not yours. So that is a message for you for this week. Late night. Next, sunshine. Hey, Mr. Farad. Just for popping in, I'm going to pull something for you. All right, but Monique, let's go. All right, Mo, let me see. What's the message for you? What do you need to know? Monique, you need to know how very intelligent you are, like book smart. There's a topic you know a lot about that you're meant to kind of teach about or write about. So they're kind of coming through to let you know, your ancestors want you to know that there may be, you may feel called to write or to teach, but you may feel like you don't know enough about something, or you're not intelligent enough to do something. And they're saying you do have enough intelligence and on a specific topic that you know to the T. That's where you're meant to teach, and that's what you're meant to write about. What you experience, what you're knowledgeable about. Okay. I'm stumbling over my words, so it may also be something you're meant to speak, and maybe you feel like you don't know enough, or you don't say it correctly, or whatever the case may be. Just hone those skills, because there is something you're meant. I keep hearing teach and write, and that's what it says here. So it's one of the two. Okay, you'll know what it is. Okay, why are my cards flipped all around? Okay, because that's the cover. All right, so Monique, I'm gonna give you an ask yourself. Well, damn, that jumped right out. Otherwise, I'm gonna give you an ask yourself. So it says, ask yourself this: what do I consider fun? List these activities and do one every day. So your ancestors are feeling like you're not spending enough time doing the things you consider fun. So maybe you lose yourself in your kids, or you lose yourself in your mate, and it's time for you to hone in on what is fun for you. Okay, and do that. Start to do one of those things every day. That's not to say I'm not going to do what other people consider fun. It's just saying it's time for you to start to figure out what makes you laugh, what is a good time for you, what's just fun, not serious, and start doing that. It will bring more joy and laughter into your life. And you have a big yes. Whatever you're wondering about, they're saying go with your gut. So if there's something you're not sure about in your mind, your ancestors are saying it's a yes. And someone is thinking about you and sorry for the pain they caused you. That's a side message, just came through for you. So if anyone has hurt you in your past and you feel like they didn't care or whatever, there's somebody out there that they do care. They miss your energy. They might be really feeling it strong this week for whatever reason. That's what I got for you. All right, Mr. Farrar, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm going to pull for you as well. I feel drawn to pull you. Why did I pick up the tarot? I'm going to pull one for you anyway. Let's see what they want to say. All right, what does Farrar need to know about this week? All right, Farrar, I don't know. You have some dealings with a feminine energy. Let me see this week. That's going to be kind of important. Oh, yikes. Okay. All right. There's some dealings with a feminine energy that they want to warn you about or talk to you about this week. There's something that feels like a lot of responsibility. Maybe you feel like you're pushing a boulder up a hill and it's just a lot of hard work. Has something to do with this Queen of Cups, this feminine energy. She seems emotionally stable and balanced, but she seems very set in her feelings and what she feels. And you're coming through as a King of Swords, meaning you're being more mental about things. You're being more knowledge-based and intellectual, where this person is more feelings-based. And I don't know if this is like difficult for you, where you feel like they're not hearing your truth. They're not hearing what you're trying to communicate to them. And it feels like an uphill battle. So I'm going to get you some clarity. Yeah, justice, harmony, and solutions. Archangel Raguel. So you're going to get some kind of solution. Some kind of harmony is going to come where there might been feeling disharmony between you and a feminine energy. You're going to get some justice. You got Archangel working with you this week, whether you acknowledge it or not. He's going to be there trying to get you some justice and some harmony. And it does feel like it could be legal issues with the King of Swords showing up dressed as a judge. It might have something to do with legal stuff. Ace of Cups reversed. Something you thought was going to be a new, fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling love turned out to be a burden, a responsibility. But you're going to get justice this week. All right? You'll get your justice this week. Wow. And just really quick, you feel a little confused. The thing is, Lightworker, you know exactly what you want to do. When you can finally release self-doubt, you'll soar. Your keywords this week are going to be clarity, knowing, self-trust, intuition, and just choose. Wow. If that wasn't completely in alignment with what I just told you, I don't know what else to tell you. Wishing y'all so much light and love through the rest of this week. Well, through this week coming in. And yeah, I guess I'll see y'all again. I will be live on December 4th with the full moon in Gemini read. And you will want to be there for that. Lord knows you will want to know how to harness the energy of this full moon in Gemini. All right. You're welcome. Okay. Sending y'all light and love. I do have a sale this week. If you feel like you need more information, you need a more personalized read, just check out just DM me and I'll let you know what the sale is and how you can book. Remember to like this post and subscribe if you're new here. Sending y'all light and love, peace, blessings. Thank you, bro. See you, peace and blessings on y'all journey. So much light and love and all the goodies that come from being a part of this light family here. Later, y'all.